Man, oh man, did they come out with some heat for this collab with these characters. So they have released the part 1 unit details of Okarun and Momo, and we're gonna go through another little Discord video, you know? We're gonna go over their details and talk about them a little bit. So we have Momo, who is a water human. We have a 6-star magic, 5-star defense, and then a 4-star magic or a 4-star health at LB7, which, you know, if you did get her to LB7, the heal, I would say, is a bit better than the 4-star magic. So the skill, 13-second CT, 2200% water damage, magic, increase own arts by 40. So, you know, I would say a decent skill timer, but then arts by 40 instead of some characters. They're like, arts by 20, but if it crits, you get 20 more or something like that. So pretty good on the arts, or the skill, sorry. Arts is 20,000% water damage magic, increase allies' arts by 25. And then reduce allies' damage taken from human, demon, and beast enemies by 30%. Okay, so there is a good amount of characters, especially on Mono Water, that have come out and they can do this damage reduction on, you know, pretty much just blanketed damage reduction. Momo's is different because Momo is specifically going for typing. Human, demon, and beast. Beast, I don't think is the craziest one, but human and demon, there is a good amount of human and demon bosses. So I think this is still pretty effective. I see people were talking about this, like, oh, DR sucks. But like human and demons, if this is like human demon gods, then yeah, there's like, you know, that's most of the game right there. But I think her arts is pretty strong, actually. True arts, 60,000% water damage magic for 30 seconds, increase on magic equipped CT by 50%. And all allies equip CT by 50%. So is this the new Star God Lisa? See, equip CT buff does not stack with Star God Lisa or the Supernova Lisa, whatever the hell. And then the magic equip CT buff does not stack with Luana, etc. Whatever characters do that. And yeah, this doesn't stack with the War Hero Fen, which, I mean, if you're running a human team, I guess you would run them together, but I don't think you would normally run those two together. All right, so like her true arts still pretty good. Magic equip CT if you're running like a magic comp, and then the equip CT, every character loves their equip CT, so I think that's definitely also pretty good true arts. And then super arts. 180,000% water damage magic. Increase own super crit by 30% for the duration of current super arts. For 30 seconds, increase water allies damage by 200%. Now, that, unfortunately, does not stack with the Comet Streak Valerie, right? The new Ascended Valerie. Which, again, like, they're both water, they're both human. Momo is more on the magic side, but, like, with the water-type buffing and such, there could be, like, a little bit of crossover there, which, you know, kind of does stink, but it, you know, it is what it is. You know, build your teams accordingly, right? So, when 80% above HP, increase on super crit rate by 20%. Additionally, when above 50% HP, increase own crit rate by 100%. Does not stack. Increase human allies stats by 10% and does not stack. Increase own magic resistance by 10%. So we'll look at her true weapon too before we talk to her too, because, you know, more often than not, you're going to get the character's true weapon as well. So with Momo, sure, is her true weapon. 5-star magic, 50-second CT, 4,000% water damage magic for 60 seconds, reduce enemies' water resistance by 20%. And that is stackable. And that does also get affected by her true arts, where you could cut that in half, right? So a 25-second CT on the on the skill for using the true weapon, and this lasts for 60 seconds. So you can get it going at, I think, what, like 3 times, right? You know, 25 seconds, and then 25 seconds again, 50 seconds, and then whatever, yeah. You could get it, you know, third time after that 50 seconds for like 10 seconds, I guess. Well, talking about the art's definitely really good. So this, yeah, again, does stack with other types of DR out there, you know, as long as I believe they don't share the same name or restrictions, they can stack, which definitely could be, you know, pretty good. And depending on your comp, the magic equip CT, you know, that definitely does work for herself at least. And then the just equip CT is very strong as well. And then she can do a good bit of damage and help out the allies doing damage theirself. I will say all around, she's very, very strong looking and a asset to the character. The thing is, water is just insanely, like, there's a lot of good characters on water, man. And Hoka's coming up too, so hey, you could consider, yeah, you know, Momo could go well with Hoka. Like, say, if you're starting because of the Dan collab, that would be a pretty good beginning account to have Momo and Hoka. Because with Hoka and all the nonsense supporting that he does, and the Momo, the supporting she will do as well, it would look pretty strong. So a great unit to round out the team. And this motherfucker right here, we're going to talk about this man a little bit, because that little infographic, right? Where's the shit? Where they just gave like a brief description of what the character is going to do, does not do this character justice. It was just so much. Like, this had me a little worried. Reading this, it is like, okay, she's going to be busted. She's still very strong, but let's go over Okarun right. Okay, yeah, I didn't mean to zoom in like that. Let's go over Okarun right now, right? So I'm doing this kind of like this. Probably won't be a lot of editing because I just got off work. I just want to get this video over with, I'm not gonna lie. All right, so he is an Earth Spirit, which Spirit, very good typing. There are some bosses, like if you face Emperor at all, he does what? He beats up demons, humans, and gods. So having a spirit, you know, we're getting a couple of spirits here, is pretty good. Slots: 6-star physical, 5-star support, 4-star physical, or a 4-star heal. I think on this character, if you go to expert, you know, use the expert LB stones to get the heal, definitely not a bad call at all. Especially with, well, we'll talk about it, how busted this motherfucker is. Skill is 10 seconds CT, 2500% earth damage, physical. For 5 seconds, increase on arts by 6 per second. And then arts, 28,000% earth damage, physical. For 30 seconds, increase on skill CT speed by 70%. And on physical equip CT by 30%. That does not stack for the skill CT with Victoire, Dark Haruto, etc. And the physical CT buff does not stack with Luana. I don't think there's any problems running Luana. So this is going to go into his skill, which can get him a lot more arts gen, right? But don't know how often you'll be using the arts when you read this nonsense right here. True arts, 70,000% earth damage physical. For 50 seconds, increase allies attack by 60% and physical damage by 100%. Stackable. Those are stackable, which is insane, dude. Like, what this does right here, paired up with like Summer Mew or Jay, or we'll get to his super arts with Saito from the Kenshin collab. This character is like a hodgepodge of those characters like combined. They're just like, you know, fuck it, make them broken, dude. Super arts, 22,000% earth damage physical. When used for the first 2 times in the quest, that refers to him being able to go all out in his little spirit form, I guess you could say, what, you know, his curse form. So he can only go all out 2 times. And this doubles own super arts damage multiplier. So you go from the already very strong 220,000% earth damage physical. Shut up. I got Opera GX in the background, and like when I alt tab and stuff. Yeah, shut up. 220,000% already very impressive. Yeah, why not just make this 440,000, you know? Because why not? And that's 2 times in a quest. So no matter what wave you're on, you can only do it 2 times. And additionally, when Super Arts is used for 20 seconds, reduce enemies' earth resistance based on how high current HP is, max 200%. So if you do pair this guy up, I know we didn't go over abilities yet, pair this guy up with characters who also really scale in their own passives off of attack, like the attack percentages, and this is stackable, and this is for 50 seconds, and then say you have another character that really increases other character stats too, like say for Freerun, for example, because she can just giga stack allies where you have like 20,000 HP and some other ridiculous stats, right? So like you can do some crazy shenanigans with this character itself, gonna do an ungodly amount of damage, and then also all of your allies doing that much damage. And then we had the abilities: increase allies' damage resistance by 30% for first 120 seconds of the quest, because why not? So this is not really conditional, just time based. So it could stack with Momo. If near death, passive will end prematurely. So I guess if you're fighting those bosses that kind of nuke your HP and bring it to the red initially, I mean, you'll miss out on this. I mean, the character's still good, but you're gonna miss out on it. And does not stack. At the start of battle, increase own arts by 200%. So you can get the true arts going like immediately. You can get that stuff immediately going, right? And then own damage by 1% times own attack divided by 100. That's what I was saying. Again, with the true arts, like the characters that have this, they're going to be good being paired up with this for real. And then we have the true weapon is golden ball. I'm assuming the other one of these, man. It's first of its kind in Grand Summoners, right? You know, just we got balls as weapons now. 45 second CT, 5-star physical, 7,500% earth damage physical for 10 seconds, increase own earth damage by 50%, and reduce enemies' earth resistance by 30%. And then when equipped by Okarun, increase all stats by 20% and arts by 2 per second, and increase own accuracy by 10%. I'm glad they brought this up right here, because the only thing with this guy compared to Saito Hajime, which, you know, this is pretty close to what he does, is that Saito gives himself accuracy. And nowhere in Okarun's kit is there really accuracy, besides having his true weapon equipped, one of his nuts equipped, right? Which 10% definitely doesn't make up for that. So keep that in mind if you're running this guy and you're facing an invasion boss and you want to hit the boss, bring an accuracy buffing character. But, you know, this right here feeds into his passive pretty well too. So it's this character, like Okarun, is actually insane. This is a very pity-worthy character. And like, I feel really bad for the people who don't have Hoka yet, because it's not for certain. We don't know if Index is coming out after this or what honestly is going on. This really threw a wrench in the already kind of uncertain timeline that is global Grand Summoners. But this happening right now, man, there's a lot of crystals that need to be thrown at this. And I saw this, and I'm just like, brother, like after getting dicked on by the Freerun collab, like I did not want to go through this. We're not going to go through the normal equips and everything. Like, well, I mean, like, honestly, I don't think we can anyway. But okay, I lied. So the JP side of this stuff has the all the equip descriptions. We're not really going to go through that. This brings up a good point too. I forgot to talk about that. Summer Miyu. Summer Miyu is pretty much also like built into this true art. So you can even run Summer Miyu with this character because their abilities are great for like physical buffers and whatnot, and like reducing enemies' physical resistance, increasing your own allies' physical damage, and just attack as well. So it's this character, like they just like give it to him. Momo, I will say, is still very strong, but like Okarun, it would be crazy. Like he might overshadow everybody. But another character that also looked promising was Ira. Ira, the multifaceted fire sub-attacker who supports the team with art, survivability, and immense damage boost, right? So that's another character to look out for. I don't know about GG, man. GG, it might be GG for him, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it might be. I don't know. But like the Okarun description, a little lackluster possibly. Like, but then they could work miracles on this guy. It's pretty uncertain. And this collab coming is also bad for me, right? And especially after the free run. But also I've been summoning on the summer equip banner because I'm trying to get some of these really good summer equips. So my free crystal supply is really down in the gutter. So the plan for when this banner drops and stuff like that, I will possibly do a summon live stream early afternoon, or it'll be more later at night because I could have some prior engagements, whatever. I think the night before, so possibly tomorrow on the 4th of September, I am going to look to stream and maybe just try to get some last minute Hail Mary crystals or something like that. Because, dude, like, this is nuts. Like, part 1 is looking insanely promising right now for these characters. Again, Okarun, pitiable. Get your crystals ready. Go compendium farm. Go do what you got to do, man. This guy will help your account out severely. But anyway, bastards, hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know if you liked the video. Subscribe if you did also as well. And I will see you all in the next one. Also, drink poggers. Take care.
But first, hi there. If you liked what you saw, thank you.